Okay, so my live messed up again. So let me go ahead and restart this and get everything going. So I'm going to talk about the Stefon Diggs lawsuit. All right, so I'm gonna try to share my screen again. Hopefully, it doesn't mess up. Okay. All right. Okay. So, like I said before at the beginning of the stream, it's been a lot of drama going on, a lot of things going on this Sunday. Okay, before the last stream mess up. I be trying to get this stuff to y'all, but it just don't want to act right. All right. So let's jump into this. So Stefan Diggs sues Christopher Blake Griffith for making false statements about him online. TMZ Sports obtained a lawsuit filed by Stefan Diggs on October 1st, 2025, accusing social media influencer Christopher Blake Griffith of making false statements about him online. Griffith appeared on Tasha K podcast and made accusations about Diggs drugging, SAing him, and conspiring to have him deleted. Griffith also talked about Diggs' sexuality, describing Diggs as being down low and conspiring to have him deleted to prevent him from being exposed. Rapper JT also pushed this narrative after Cardi B's song Magnet went viral for dissing her, which brought more attention to Griffith's accusations about Diggs. All right, so my thought on this situation. See, this is crazy. I remember watching this. I remember watching this podcast, the interview, and for one thing, to me, dude was all over the place. Just for me watching, for me trying to remember the podcast, for him talking to Tasha K, I felt like the Griffiths dude, the Christopher Blake Griffiths dude, he was all over the place. I felt like Tasha K was kind of getting a little agitated, but she kept her composure. But I felt like she want the questions she was answering, he was giving the half-ass answers. And you know what I'm saying? And she wanted him to basically come out and and talk about it fully. And you know what I'm saying? And he was kind of like, beating around the bush and adding little stuff to it. And you know what I'm saying? So a part of me feel like what happened that night, okay? This is all based on my assumptions. So what happened that night? I'm assuming that everybody went to Diggs' place, and dude wanted to stay over, stay up under Diggs and hang out with him, or maybe stay at his house or something. And because Diggs had everybody go home, according to this lawsuit, and he because Diggs went upstairs and he was the according to the lawsuit, Diggs had went to sleep. Stefan had went to go upstairs to go to sleep or whatever. And I felt like this dude was salty for some odd reason. Wink, wink. Okay, and and I felt like he came up with all of these accusations, and I think it's more behind the story. Stefan is not innocent either, because according to Christopher Blake Griffith, Stefan had him jumped and had his stuff taken from him on the elevator. I'm assuming. I'm trying to jog my memory, thinking about this podcast and what was said. So you know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to get to the nitty gritty of it. So I think what had happened is these two something went wrong, and now that Stefan is suing him, I think a lot of the stuff is getting ready to come to the light unless somebody settles. Okay, because what really went on that night is going to be public soon because it's going into a lawsuit, and lawsuits are public. Um, yes, I think Cardi B had whispered lawsuit in Stefan Diggs' ear, and he went and did what he had to do. I don't think they coming after Tasha K. I think Cardi B said, "Don't go after her. You ain't get no money. You ain't get shit from Tasha K." So so Stefan is he going after this dude? Yes, I feel like Cardi B, whispered in Stefan Diggs' ear and said, "Sue, lawsuit, sue his ass, get him." And the reason why this 2024 accusations arise again is because Cardi B released Magnet. Magnet went viral because Cardi B dissed JT. JT went back and posted this on Twitter advocating for Christopher Blake Griffith. Okay. And you know what I'm saying? And it brought more attention to it and it resurfaced again. And that's why this came about. Okay. And we know how it is in the entertainment world and how these girls are messy and they was being messy and some people and some businesses got put out there. Now we got a lawsuit that's getting ready to arise. Now this dude, he hasn't even said anything from my knowledge. I haven't seen anything online. I've been waiting for a response, but he ain't said anything. So um I'm waiting to see how this turned out. It's very interesting. I'm not going to say too much more because I'm waiting on this lawsuit. I want to see what's in this lawsuit, what's going to be discovered, what's going to be actually told what happened that night. Okay. So this is to be continued. All right. Um, but yeah. So next topic. Because there's been a lot going on today on social media, and I'm gonna tell y'all, it's been a lot. Uh, let's see. Mm, Hold on, let me pull up some things real quick. All right, so next topic, we're gonna talk about. Let me get this off my screen. No, I don't want to delete it. Let's see. I'm trying to remove this. I can be a little, slow when it comes to this laptop. I'm used to being on my phone, okay? But Hazel E came out with a statement today. You know what I'm saying? She making it clear that she, and Blueface is, got something going on. So she posted this on Twitter and she said, Hazel E said, I ain't popped out with a ninja in 2 years since my divorce. I've been doing the internet work, internal work, the internal work for me and my child. Let me live. Hazel, okay, so I want to say this. Let me read what I put on Instagram. And for y'all, that's my Instagram page, underscore MC Talks underscore. So you go follow that. You know what I'm saying? Get the tea before I go live and talk about it. Right? All right. So anyway, after Blueface outed Chrisean and Jaden Alexis for abandoning him while he was locked up, he popped he popped up he popped up with Hazel E. Blue and Hazel have been spotted out getting cozy together lately out in public. Hazel seemingly addressed negative talk about her and Blueface relationship in a post on X. She wants y'all to let her live. Um, so let me talk about this for a second. I'm gonna give my opinion on this, and then I'm gonna move on to the next. All right. Um, I feel like Hazel E is doing this to get her name out there. Given she's came out of a divorce, she's been from her claim, she's been single for 2 years. I feel like she's coming out and she's just, she want her name out there in the streets again. Because really, ain't nobody thinking about Hazel E until she popped up with Blueface, all cozy and stuff with him in the club, out in public, and this and then the third. Now, We all know that what comes with Blueface is drama. Everything is going to be like very sweet and nice at first, and this is why I want to talk to Hazel E, because Hazel E is in her mid 40s, so she know better. She know the game. This ain't brand new. She's not a youngin like Chrisean, which Chrisean old enough to know better too. But I'm just saying she's older, so she know the game. I feel like Hazel E is doing this because, like I said before, she wanted attention. She wanted a name back out there. Blue just got out. All the attention is on Blueface, and you know what I'm saying. And she want that clout. Also, this is not a win-win-win, Hazel. This is not a win-win-win. We know how Blue gets down with his women, with his girls. Um, I don't know. I think this is just a smash thing too. I think that Hazel E is smashing Blueface because this is just somebody she can smash, get her rocks off with, and you know what I'm saying? She's been saying, like she said in her post, she's been doing her thing, taking care of her child, doing eternal work. And she want to get out and live. And in so many words, she want to get her rocks knocked off, and that's all I think this is. I don't think this is long term. I think this is short term. And hell, I wouldn't be surprised she get into it with Chrisean or Jaden Alexis later on down in the road. So y'all remember that, bookmark it. You know what I'm saying? Remember what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised because Chrisean, she over here flying off the hedges and stuff. So we're gonna get into Chrisean and them later, or whatever. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. So Hazel E, I ain't knocking you. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? You've been single for a long time. I don't know if you've been celibate or not. I don't know your business on that end thus far, but I do know you just trying to get your rocks knocked off. You out here having fun. You in your mid 40s, and you just do you. Do you. Yes. Speaking of somebody trying to do them, but they're I would say ex-husband, but they still married. Won't let her. So let's talk about it. So basically, Offset decides he wants to troll Cardi B. All right. So Cardi B spoke out after Offset posted on his story that Cardi B and Stefon Diggs' newborn baby is his kid. Cardi B took to her ex account and posted that it's been over a year and Offset still harassing and treating and threatening her. The rapper feels that her life is in danger. So I wanna say something about this. I have a lot to say, but I'm gonna sum it up because I'm on a time limit tonight. Okay. So yeah, like I said, it's been a lot going on, and here's my thoughts about this. Offset is salty that Cardi B moved on. She got another man, a pro football player. Um, She done moved on. Her album did good. She got a lot of good publicity um regarding her album. Um Cardi B about to start her tour. She about to start her tour, and I know some stuff and events during her tour is going to go viral. Cardi B's whole album was fire. Let's just talk about the album real quick. Am I the Drama is fire. I can't stop playing it. I can't stop playing it. Okay, now we know Offset is salty because Cardi is in the limelight. I feel like when Cardi and Offset were together, I felt like Offset prohibited her, got in the way, cock blocked her from putting out music and actually working. I felt like Cardi would have sold more and did better than she did in her first week if it wasn't for Offset. And the reason I say this is because I think he had a part in holding her back. Okay. That's my thoughts on the situation. I think that. And now that she's out and she's putting out music, she's working, she's doing her thing, she dropped her baby. He know that he can get up under her skin. He can get up under her skin. He know that she's going to react. And he wants his name out there. He wants the clout. Because let's talk about it. Those two albums that he put out this year didn't do shit. Okay. I think Bill did better than him, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, no shade. It's just the truth. And he needs his name attached to Cardi B because Cardi B is popping right now. And he's salty about that. And this is how you know a ninja is salty is when she's trying to, do this divorce settlement, offered to give him 10 million, and he doesn't want it. He rejected because he feel like in his delusional mind, he feel like he played a part in Cardi B's success. Maybe he gave her a little pointers. Maybe he spiced up a little things for her. But Cardi B would have been successful without him in the first place. If she would have never got with Offset, she would have been successful. Okay. He was the one that held her back. And he claimed that he won't half of what she got. So 10 million is not enough. I'll take 10 million any day. I'll take 10 million in any day. But anyway, back to what I think about this situation. You know what I'm saying? Offset embarrassed this girl. He cheated on this girl and, had her in a bunch of drama. And now that she moved on, he wants to be a thorn in her side. He wants to make her feel it, whether it's trolling her online, texting her, threatening her, harassing her. He wants to make her feel it because things in his life right now is not going right. Because he up in debt and everything. So he blaming the whole world, and especially Cardi B, for what's going on with him. All right. Um, yeah, I'm on one today. I'm on one today. I'm sorry, y'all. I have to do it. I have to do it. But I will say this: Cardi B needs to learn and know to ignore him. She might have to go ahead and block him. I know they got kids together, but sometimes you got to block a person, the baby daddy or toxic baby mama or whatever, just to find peace. When you get with somebody and you married or somebody, sometimes these people don't realize what they marrying or what they're getting into. You can be actually marrying or getting in a relationship with somebody that is your enemy. You can actually be getting into a relationship with somebody who was sent to hold you back from your full potential. And that's what I think is going on with Cardi B. I felt like Offset, I'm going to quote Medea, Offset was supposed to have been a leaf on the tree, but she thought he was going to be a branch. And then it lasted a little longer. Then she considered him being the root of the tree, but he was only supposed to be a leaf. He wasn't supposed to be in her life forever. And now we see what played out here. And yeah, she probably regret being with him, but I don't think she don't regret the kids. She had beautiful kids. They do. But I do say she probably regret, you know what I'm saying, getting with him. It's a lesson learned. But can I say Stefon Diggs is a better option for her? No, it's known for him being a cheater as well. So, who knows? Maybe Stefon Diggs willing to change for Cardi. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Once a cheater, always a cheater. And you know what I'm saying? Stefon Diggs, he knocking up these girls, getting them pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Around the same time, as Cardi B getting, around the same time Cardi B done got pregnant. Some other girl done got pregnant with his baby. So I don't know. She got a strange way of picking men. This is the type of men she picked. But that's my thoughts and that's my conclusion on the Cardi B and Offset drama. I was all love to Cardi B, but that's my thoughts on the situation. I felt like he held her back for 7 years. I felt like she would have dropped her album sooner, years ago. It would have did numbers, okay? Bigger numbers than 200,000 on the first week, which is still good. Which is still good for taking off 7 years. But like I said, Offset was one of the reasons that I'm saying that put her on hold and I'm saying and held her back. So that's my thoughts on that. So I didn't want to talk about it, but hell, since we already talking about relationships and everything, we might as well just go ahead and jump into it. That's why the computer is doing right and doing fair. Let's just do it. Let's do it. So like I said, y'all, hold that thought. Yeah. So we're gonna jump into some things real quick. So Chrisean has basically been trending, and let me hit up go to my followers real quick. I'm showing y'all. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Who I'm following? All right. So I want to go to basically. Oh my God. Let me try to find it real quick. Let's just go to the neighborhood talk. I thought I okay, live bites. All right. We can go there. All right. So Chrisean basically been threatening Blueface. And I'm trying to find it. So y'all just bear with me. And so while I find it, they post a lot too. I'm gonna have to start live bites post a lot too. So I can't find the first video, but we'll just go with this one. We'll just okay. Here we go. So Chrisean threatens Blueface because basically Blueface said something on 20 versus 1 that it was a lady that looked like Junior. So Chrisean, she responded to it. She went off. So I want y'all to take a listen to this.
Now you had a 20v1 telling whoever, however, she looked like my son. I can't wait when me and my son just go visit your grave one day. You feel me? Because that's what you trying to do right now while we living our lives separate, whatever, from the chaos. Yo, bitch ass want to kill us. You die first before us, right? God, that day coming. Cause I'm not trying to kill you while you still here. Real shit. It's cool. Can't wait to see that tombstone. Whole world clowning my kid. Who broke the ice with that? You, his father, bro. And you still did. You had a 20v1. Talking about your precious baby. Who had it? Who let you out? For real, who let you out? You're not safe out here playing like that, y'all. Real shit. Over my dead body, yo. Out here. Keep playing with your. It's crazy. You ain't safe.
Yeah, and it gets better. It's another video here with her threatening Blueface. So I want y'all to hear this.
What I want to do, I want to turn my flight back around and run a car through his house. That's what I want to do. That's how mad people keep making me about my kid, bro. It's my only son. Y'all pissing me the fuck off. Straight up. I'm just being honest, bro. Because at the end of the day, how long you gonna keep cyberbullying your kid? Yeah, she going to jail. Yeah, I am. You keep fucking with my son, I am. You keep fucking with my son, I am. Cause y'all think this shit funny, clicks and giggles, bro. Bet.
Let me get back up on the screen. I got some things I need to say about this situation. So I'm gonna get back on the screen real quick. Hold on, y'all. This whole thing is a mess, really. It's a mess. It really is, and it's sad because the child is actually gonna grow up and see all this. And that's the sad thing about it. That is the sad thing about it. That Junior gonna get older and he gonna see all of this and um what their parents what his parents basically been doing online. Um it's just the whole thing is sad. The whole family and all of that is basically dysfunctional. And Christian, this okay, so I did a whole video. No cap, no lie. I did a whole video about Christian smoking and drinking about 2 or 3 years ago on YouTube. And her crazy fans was up under my comments talking about, oh, it ain't nothing wrong. It ain't nothing wrong with her smoking and drinking. And I even posted a Google search right next to the video. I put it in the video. What could potentially happen to the child? What could be, potentially happen to the child? And I don't like to talk about kids. I don't like to talk about things, but um, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I'm having issues. Um, but yeah, um, but yeah. So, like I said, I'm having technical issues a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I had basically said this, and it turned out to happen. She was smoking and drinking. She was caught on camera doing these things while she was pregnant. Now that the baby is here, she posted the baby online. People are talking about it. People laughing at the child. People got Junior's name in their mouths, and it's quite sad. The boy didn't ask to be here. He didn't ask to be here, and what he's dealing with, he didn't ask for that either. Chrisean made those decisions, and it affected her child. Now, for her to react what Blueface has said on 20 verses 1, she had every right to be angry, but to threaten him and say these type of things is kind of it's kind of crazy. I have to agree with Clarissa. Clarissa had went on her live and basically called out Chrisean. None of these people are innocent. All of these people do things for clout. All of these people, what I'm saying, their mission is to cause chaos. All of them is agents of chaos. And until they get their shit together and tell Chrisean get her shit together, Blueface is going to continue to poke her. He's going to continue to, what I'm saying, have her out there going off, crying online, and or whatever. The situation is quite sad. Blueface out doing his thing. Then Chrisean, she done left her 19-year-old boyfriend. She done dumped him. Blueface done got out of jail. She done dumped the 19-year-old. And now she's worried about what Blueface doing. She's watching Blueface every move. We all knew that relationship with that 19-year-old won't gonna last. She already made it public that she's single again after she said she was gonna get married. Okay. And I think what's also is bothering Kashawn is that Blueface has been cozying up to Hazel E. Blueface been out here having the time of his life. He's been locked up for 2 years. He's out here clubbing. He's out here doing his thing. And I think that's bothering Krishan. Instead of Krishan worrying about her and Junior, she's out here. doing things that she shouldn't be doing. She's out here worrying about Blueface, talking to different guys, and now that Blueface is out, you know what I'm saying? Her focus is on Blue. She ain't learned a lesson yet. And that little she's a Christian and she getting close to God was her little facade or whatever. She was trying to say, hey, I'm getting close to the Lord or whatever. I'm changing. Ain't nothing changed about Chrisean. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Blueface know how to ruffle her feathers, bring her out of her shell and whatever, and just cause her to act out. Chrisean ain't changed a bit. She was just trying to fight Jaden Alexis at the arcade. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she's doing too much. She's struggling to find herself. She's struggling within. And I just think she needs to take a break from social media and tend to her child and get herself together, pray, read the Bible again, and go get rebaptized again because she got a lot going on and you shouldn't be playing with God. If you're going to commit to a change, make that change. Show the world that you are willing to change. Don't do it because you're going to trend and make money off of your name being online saying that you're going to change for the Lord and you really don't. Because right now you're just playing in God's space. And what the devil doing? The devil is he know how to ruffle your fellas. He going through Blueface, letting Blueface go on this show and saying something about Junior and got you all rowdy. Got you ready to fight Jaden Alexis at the arcade. You just don't see it. Everybody else see it but you. So you got to get yourself together first and prove to yourself that you want to make that change before you prove to the world that you change. But that's my thing on the whole situation. Like I said, the whole thing is sad. The boy gonna grow up, he gonna see this, and he's gonna have a lot of questions. He's gonna have a lot of, envy in his heart because of what his parents is doing to him. And you know what I'm saying? So I feel for the child. So yeah, and Chrisean brought all this to on herself. She made bad decisions. And she got to live with it right now. And mind you, all these people have to deal with this shit for 18 years. Cardi got to deal with Offset for 18 years. Um, Chrisean got to deal with Blueface for 18 years. I'm not saying because you got a child, you got to deal with somebody, but you still got to communicate with with the other parent, with the co-parent thing. Y'all still have to do the co-parent thing. That's if the father or the mother want to be in the child's life. So you got 18 years to deal with each other. You know, either you get it right or you don't. So, like I said, it was a lot going on today. I didn't want to go live. It wasn't my decision to go live, but I said since there's a lot going on, I'm gonna jump on it and do what it do. All right, shit. I'm just sitting back, sipping tea, looking at everything going on, and like, oh, okay, I gotta get on here and talk my shit. So I gotta get up out of here. It's almost 9:15. I gotta go. The work week is getting ready to start. I will be posting clips of this live, breaking it down for people who don't have time to watch the whole live. I gotta go. So hopefully everything worked out and nothing is really too laggy or whatever in the live. I thank everybody for supporting the channel, coming through, checking me out, seeing what I have to say. And you know what I'm saying? Yes, I did run my mouth today, but it is what it is. I gotta go. I catch y'all on another one because the live is messing up. I gotta get up out of here. I'm out. Peace. One love, baby.